In the previous video, I talked about how creating a small pouch system could reduce micro-frictions, carrying a pen, carrying a notebook, and how that will affect you in your daily life, to make it as your everyday carry. On the other hand, I also talked about how bringing small things on the go that could make yourself look presentable. Well, in that regard, this video I'd like to talk about daily maintenance or maintenance routine that could reduce micro-frictions. I call these micro-maintenance because are just small things that perhaps you won't talk about in daily conversations, however that you should do it every day or certain season to make yourself remain presentable and also gain yourself a little bit of self-respect. I divide them into three main categories, which are clothing, comfort, and appearance. So first I would like to talk about the clothing category. And within this clothing category, I like to divide them into two smaller subcategories. Well, first is your garments, and second, just footwear in general. Well, a pair of shoes is rather simple. You don't have to deal with it every day. Maintenance are also very tedious, I would say. However, if you find joy in it, it will be a piece of cake, since I wear mostly leather boots and leather shoes. So what I would do is I would purchase a shoe cream and also a polishing cloth. These are simple leather care that can maintain the longevity of the shoes, remain care, and also do some basic cleaning of the upper side of the shoes. If you live in a snowy or humid climate, then I would also recommend you to buy a shoe wax that is providing a waterproofing ability for your shoes. So now, after talking about shoes, we talk about garment. These maintenance really depends on what do you wear on a daily basis. However, it all comes down to a very simple, very fundamental principle, which is you have to keep yourself look neat. And on the third video of preparing your Blue Monday, I also mentioned about how you should iron your shirt, how you should iron your trousers, and make yourself look at least presentable. However, before ironing, you don't want to have any hair residuals. So that's why here I recommend you all to get yourself a lint roller or a brush. If you are a long hair person or you have pets at home, the lint roller is going to remove all the excess hair residuals from yourself or fur residuals from your pets at home. However, if you wear mostly natural materials clothing, for example, you need to have a business formal attire every day when you go to work, then you might need a brush, a horsehair brush, which is pretty different than the one that you use for your shoes. This horsehair brush can brush off the dust between the thick cloth layer, for example like a corduroy trousers or a wool flannel trousers as well. Doing these small little habits before you iron your garments is going to prevent your garment from burning and also having different stains in your garment as well. Give yourself a more precious look into your garment and see if there are any small stains that you have to perhaps bring it to the dry cleaner in a further repairing system. So then now we move to your comfort. If yourself don't feel comfortable, you don't feel confident walking out of your apartment store. So here, I recommend you to apply some lotions, Vaselines, lip balm as well. On the other hand, I myself has pretty serious dandruff problem, especially in humidity area from where I grew up. So what I do is I don't spend substantial amounts of fancy shampoos because maybe they work. However, it is a very hefty cost for me as well, especially as students. So here I recommend is the coconut oil. It reduces dry spots on different places on your body and also moist up your skin or your scalp. That helped me with my dandruff problem and also different problems that my family member have ever encountered. And a coconut oil is not something that costs you a whole lot, however it's going to get you most out of it with its cost. Last but not least, it is your appearance. Well, here it's just fairly simple. You just need a wooden comb, a nail file, and also a handkerchief. I said it and I will say it again. If you're a man with a handkerchief, then you're automatically a gentleman. And here a handkerchief really serves you all the purpose. Right now it's summertime here in the northern atmosphere, and especially if you live by the equator, then a handkerchief is going to help you to wipe out all those excess sweat on your face. And that really maintains a neat appearance, especially when you are giving someone a first impressions. A nail file is really nothing to talk about, but just to fine-tune small bits of your nail and also the hidden area when you give someone a handshake. And here I would only recommend you to use a wooden comb, because that will be able to neutralize your hair oils around your scalp. And research said that using a wooden comb in a daily basis is going to make yourself smarter. Well, judge it in your own principle. Well, thank you for listening in this video, and I hope that these simple daily maintenance is going to reduce your upcoming microinfections in future. And if you like content like this, please subscribe, and maybe we'll see some similar contents in the future. Thank you.